I want to talk about this from this thought, the power of purpose. The power of purpose. Better yet, the power of purposing something. I want to talk about the power of purpose. If that's unclear, better yet, the power of purposing or having a purpose. And my question would be, for the takeaway, what have you purposed to do? Let's pause on a moment. What have you purposed to do? Now, a lot of us are doing a lot of praying, but God doesn't do what he's given you the ability to do or assign you to do in place of you doing it simply because you asked him to do it. He expects for you to give or to use what he's given you to do to have what he's promised you, but not necessary to do for you what you could be doing for yourself. We messed up a lot of our children because we never taught them how to do. We just did it for them. And so they never develop. And so when we're gone, they don't know what to do. If you just want God to do and you can't find God, then you don't know what to do. You just lost in this world. And it's sad to be out of the world and not into Christ, because at least if you were in the world, you know how the world acts. But when you come out of the world, you're kind of behind when it comes to the thing in the world, and you get played on. Because you think people are fair, and they're not fair. It's a mean world. It's a mean world. There's some mess going on in this world. You need to wake up and say, I need God. I need a God. I need a God. And so I just need you to stop just hanging around the church and become a Christian. To become, my God, I ain't going to make it. I got a lot to say, but I got something down in me just keep on hollering. Touch your name and say, are you a Christian yet? I know you belong to church, but are you a Christian yet? You have to become a Christian. You can join a church, but that don't make you a Christian. You have to become a Christian. To be a Christian is to be Christ-like in your life. Oh my God. Sometimes I'm Christ-like, because if I wasn't Christ-like, I would actually cuss you out. But since I'm Christ-like, some things I'm limited to because I'm Christ-like and not Mike-like. I know you've been hanging around. I've been seeing you several days, several times, at least once a month. And I want to know, have you become a Christian yet? Christian. To be a Christian is a way of life. Life is lived from the inside out, not from the outside in. Life is lived from the inside out and not from the outside in. My wife was, we had our anniversary Thursday. And family went out to dinner, and she put on several different outfits and come ask me, how do I look? I'm like, you look good. That's what I said the last thing. Yeah, look good. She come back, well, how you feel about it? You look good. And then, look good. She didn't understand. In my mind, clothes didn't make her. She made clothes. You make the clothes look good. The clothes don't make you look good. That's when you know who you are. You see what I'm saying? So she could have put on some blue jeans and have been the same. Life is lived from the inside out. Your life is just a mirror reflection of your previous thoughts. I discovered something that's changed my life is that we all are self-determining creatures. If you don't have nothing, it's because you didn't determined to have nothing. You spent more time complaining about what you had instead of spending time trying to have what you had opportunity to have. We are self-determining creatures, but we are not self-sufficient creatures. we need God and we need others to live this life, to live it to its fullest. I got me a hug from Brooke today. She flew all the way in. Where you at now? Atlanta. I don't know why she all went to Atlanta when I needed to hug me on at least every other Sunday. But she's in town this week, and she's looking good. She's looking so good, she brought me a hug and make me get excited. I asked her who was in her life. She said, I'm still waiting. I said, just keep looking like that. They'll find you. Just don't hide. But sometimes you need someone else to help you be all you can be. And so you got to recognize I cannot be what I want to be without help from God or someone else. And that's what it's all about. That's really all about. There's too many independent people. They're independent of God and others. And so therefore, they're on the sideline trying to compete with their own abilities. Life is not wish-driven, nor is it desire-driven. Life is choice-driven. Tap your neighbor and say, make the choice. Make the choice. I said I want to talk about the power of purpose to try to help you understand that purpose, like we say, well, what's your purpose in life? Well, knowing your purpose in life is not enough. Once you know your purpose or why you're here, why you're made or created, then you have to purpose to do something. Are you still with me? So I said, better yet, the power of purposing. And then I asked the question, what have you purposed to do? Because until you purpose to do something, you won't have the power to do it. How many would like to have a better life? Raise your hand. How many would like to have a better house? A bigger car? A little more money? Oh, y'all don't, you don't want no more money. So if you accidentally get something and you don't know what to do with it, you can give it to me. I want some more. A better life. How many would desire to have a better relationship, better communication, better way of expressing yourself? How many feel like sometimes I can't express myself like I want? People misunderstand me because I'm not clear in what I'm saying. I just wish. Stop wishing. Stop hoping. Stop desiring and start purposing. I purpose to leave here rich. I purpose to die happy. Come on, y'all. That's too heavy for y'all. Y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Okay, that's too much. That's too much for you. Touch your neighbor and say, what have you purposed lately? You will get this mixed up in what I'm trying to say, the power of purpose, if you're still trying to figure out in this crazy world who you are, what you are by your gender. Because it done changed all that. Be whatever you want to be there. But no, purpose is a noun and it is a verb with an object. I'm not talking about the noun. The noun purpose, the reason for which something exists or is done or made or used, etc. That's a noun. The reason, the reason. The reason man made woman and man so they can populate the earth. Are you listening to me? The reason you're here is because God has a plan and you have one too. You got to figure out whose plan you're going to be. But the reason as a noun is not what I'm emphasizing when I ask what have you purpose. Reasoning as a verb used with an object. Are you still with me? Present tense, purposing, past purposed. It says to set as an aim, an intention or a goal for oneself. Let me walk you back. Tap your neighbor and say, what have you purposed lately? Because this is action. What have you set as an aim in life? What intentions do you have with the time that's allotted to you? Oh, I'm going to preach. While you envying someone else, while you can't understand why somebody's blessed and you feel you better. The question is, what have you set as a purpose or an end or a goal for yourself? I got up this moment and I said, I'm going to purpose to praise God even if I had to run through devils. You see? But when you purpose to do something, there is power that comes with the purpose. And without the purpose, oh my God. Touch the neighbor and say, I think I'm getting this. Purpose. Purpose. I was looking at Raymond and Shanny. She said, I'm tired of renting. My landlord don't do right. I'm just going to buy me a house. Broke is all outdoors. Halfway suicidal. And next thing I know, they invite me to their housewarming. Cause they, come on, y'all ain't like me now. Cause they purposed to have a house. Not that they needed a house. You don't have to need it to purpose it. You don't need a new car, but you can purpose to have you one. Guess cause you this purpose. Because when I when I purpose to do something, there's power come with the purpose. Y'all, I'm tired of looking at you purposeless. Listen, I told the Lord, I said, Lord, I need about 1,000 folk to feel like I'm helping you in my endeavor. And I said, he says, but you got a problem. I said, well, he said, you just asked him for 1,000. He says, but be careful because 1,000 could be less than 200. You could have 800 drifters. And only 200 people who purpose to do something. Touch the neighbor and say, are you a drifter? Let me show you a difference. There's a difference between a drifter and a person with a purpose. Can I preach up in here? I hang around with a lot of folk. I'm trying to clean my company up because whatever you hang with becomes a part of you. When you don't want nothing, you get mad with someone who has something. And you never try to figure out how did they get it. You just simply know they got it, you want it, and you didn't get it. And so, but you have to purpose. Touch your neighbor and say, just out of curiosity, are you a drifter? You see, when you're a drifter, you drift aimlessly. You just drift. You have no aim or purpose or goal. You just get up in the morning and you drift through life. And you go home and sleep at night and you get up, drift again. But see, a person of purpose. Can I give you some scriptures? I'm sorry, I just went to preaching. Almost made some folk lie. I won't do that. Well, if you see, if you're a dreamer, a drifter, you have to deny that and become a person of purpose. You see? Renounce the fact that you spend the last 30 years drifting. I'm about to become a person. Purpose. I ain't trying to tell you what the purpose. I'm just telling you to be a person of purpose. Just be a person of purpose. If you don't have a purpose to come to the picnic, and I can tell if you drift in there about 4 o'clock that you didn't purpose to be there. People don't know their purpose, but when you find you have no control over your being or your time or your efforts or your energy, it's because you're drifting. You're a drifter in life. I'm surrounded with drifters, you know, I'm like, you can't ever make a drifter happy because he don't know what he wants. Can't help a drifter on his way because they don't know where they're going. I'm preaching to drifters. So they can't hear. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me give you some scripture. Let me give you some scripture. Listen what James, you see, people think God is a person, what do you call it? I lost the word. A genie or something. You know, he's your everything God. No, okay. James says in the book of James, this is in terms what we used to, but you have to interpret. In the book of James, the first chapter, commissioned at the 22nd verse, he says, but be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, doing what? Let me see, I read. Be ye a people of purpose that performs the word, not drifters that hear it only, deceiving them own self. Got up saying 2024 is my year for more. My year for more, but you're a drifter. Having purpose. Having purpose. Having purpose. Okay. I'll leave it alone over nobody. Listen what 23 says. If any man be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. 24 says, for he beholds himself and goeth his way and straightway forget what manner of man he was. You forgot when you were here last week how you looked. And you came back this week looking the same way. Because you're a drifter. 25. Y'all don't mind me preaching like this, do you? I know I took up all my time hollering and screaming and praising God for the fact that he allowed me to have another day. You see, I've been visiting a lot of people who've gone home, and I don't have no more right to be here than they did to leave. But since he gave me 72 years and some, I just thought I'd praise him. I just, woo! Why have a chance? Because I may not have this chance anymore. Yeah, that's anymore. I think I'll live for him while I have this chance. Because I may not have this chance anymore. Brooks decides she's going to be a woman of God while she has a chance. Because she may not have this chance anymore. She messing around and be selling wooden nickels. But she purposed to do it God's way. 25 says, verse 25 says, but whosoever or whoso looketh into this perfect law of liberty and continue therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, but a purposer of the work. See, this man shall be blessed in his deeds. And so I'm surrounded with Denzel, drifters. You know what I'm saying? Drifters, who waiting on handouts. And another opportunity that we won't take advantage of. How do I overcome being a drifter and becoming a person of purpose? I was sitting over here on the other side. I'm way over on the other side of the building, and my baby boy way over on this side. And I just happened to glance over, and he had both of his sons sitting in his lap. I thought about when the doctor told me I couldn't have none. Now I got 5, and one of my baby 5, he's sitting there with 2 in his arms. I'm gonna live a long time because I purpose to raise up a child who the way he should go. That when he's old, he will. Now, y'all gonna make me preach up in the touchdown. Say, come on, purpose. Don't beat your child up if you ain't giving purpose. In order to have purpose is to create movement. Purpose is to create movement. And if there's no movement in your life, it's probably because there's no purpose. And when you're standing still, it's evident there's no movement. Even if it's baby steps. Somebody's saving $1,000 a month, but if you could just save $5 a month, both of you moving. Come on. But if they're saving 50 and you ain't saving none, one of you stagnated. Baby steps. The thing is in life is to get movement. And now the way to get, can I say, what's your purpose for being here? To get something right. So I'm trying to give you a takeaway. Now, here's another thing God said. The problem is that you got drifters and you got people who won't take responsibility for their life. See, you need to take responsibility for the opportunity that you have, and then God can give you power to create what you need. But if you keep asking God to make it happen for you, then you will never take responsibility. And if you don't have responsibility, you can't judge your direction. I'm preaching. Now, here is where I'm trying to go. Some of the places. You must understand that there's a lot of stuff going on in your head trying to stop you from purpose. You may not, you think all that voices you hear is yours. No. There's a lot of stuff going on. Not only in the world, but in your head. That's doing all it can to stop you. From trying. I would, but I can't. I would, but I didn't go to school. I would, but nobody likes me. I would, but I'm broke. That's stuff that will keep you from movement. I wish I had somebody here know what I'm witness by. Touch your neighbor and say, I've been broke, but I ain't broke no more. And never be broke again a day of my life. I purpose it so. My God. I'm going to preach. Let me help you a little bit. Y'all don't mind having class, do you? How many want more? Okay, well, you need to listen more. Because it ain't going to come anyhow. And it don't happen through osmosis. You can't come here and sit in this building because it's holy and sanctified and think you're going to have God's abundance and his promises. It don't happen like that. It takes effort. That's why he gave you volition. 3 steps towards success. Can I preach? Anybody want to be successful? You want to be successful? You can't be successful at anything till you purpose a thing. You can't be successful drifting. You know where you're going. But the 3 things to be towards steps towards success is, first you must purpose or have a purpose. Because when you have a purpose and it doesn't happen until you identify a purpose, then you get a vision. Purpose is an aim, a goal, or objective for yourself. And once you identify it, power of vision comes. You're able to see it before it manifests. Your vision becomes a blueprint that gives you the ability to choose rightly because you've seen it already in the vision. It's not that Brooke can't find a man. She said he don't fit in the vision of the man she need right now. I got some stuff I need him to be sensitive to. And so I don't need a sweet daddy. I don't need nobody that look better than me and ain't got time to look at me. I need to find me somebody that I enjoy making happy. Because love is reciprocal. You can't find nobody to love you. You got to find something to love, and then you get it in return. I need a kind. He can be ugly. He can look like a baboon. I just want to enjoy making him happy. That's the vision. I'm gonna love him so much that he can't help himself. He ain't gonna want to go to work, but I'm gonna push him out the house anyway. So I won't have to worry about being with any lazy, no good, trifling somebody, because I already have vision. I can see what he don't have to be tall, he don't have to be rich, he just have to be something I love enough to make happy, because I'm gonna make myself happy making him happy. And if I can't make him happy, then I'm gonna mess myself up waiting on him to make me happy. And that's lust, that's not love. Lust seeks to get, love seeks to give. You're running around here lusting somebody to want you. Baby, it won't work, because he'll trade you in on another model. I didn't make 54 years lusting co-pastor. I made 54 years loving on her. One day y'all ain't gonna let me preach up in there. One day, how can you stay with one woman 54 years and still be happy? Because I enjoy making her happy and make my own self happy in the same way. I purpose to find someone who can appreciate my efforts and be grateful for my endeavors. Don't be interested in what your neighbors think about them, because they ain't gonna be in your affair. Never take someone's opinion you wouldn't ask for their advice. Never ask for advice for somebody who's beneath you. That's too heavy, ain't it? That's too heavy. Y'all got too many peoples in your head. Too many people who ain't got nothing in your head trying to tell you what you should have. I just thought, since y'all just said y'all, we can have class up in here. Y'all want a 24 to 24 to be your year for more. I just thought, stop listening to the nobodies. Well, you know, the third step is, first you got to have purpose, and then you see vision. You see vision. And then you have to have measurable goals. A goal is not a goal if you can't measure it. A measurable goal in time. I measure my goals in time increments. I'm trying to learn how to talk to my wannabe, but I'm going to give 3 months to see if I'm doing better. And at the end of 3 months, I know I need to change my method or my procedure because it ain't working. But if I have a measurable goal, I just keep on hanging around until I can't understand how somebody talking about they engaged 10 years. He loved me, but y'all been together 14 years and he won't say yes yet? What kind of, yeah? How about? That's too heavy. I'm sorry, I'm online. I'm online. Sorry. When the clown died, they ain't gonna let you say nothing on the obituary because you didn't have a measurable goal to change your method about who you was trying to. I just thought I'd preach up in there. No, you're gonna be sitting on the sideline and they won't even call your name and someone precious to him. You done give him your whole life and they can't call your name because his ex won't permit it. I just thought I'd preach up in there. Talking about, I love God. He said, no, you didn't. If you did, you'd been a little more obedient. You wouldn't have put up that mess for 15 years. I'm just talking. Don't pay me no attention. Just keep on doing what you're doing without your measurable goals, and you'll never change your method, and you may never get to where you're trying to go. Purpose. Can I preach? How much more time can I have? Come on, y'all. You and Maureen going to council. They'll help me out. You know, you're my senior members. Come on. Can you tell me, say, Bishop, you know, you're killing them. You're killing them. Kill them, Bishop. We don't want to have no funerals up in here. Yes, I do. I'm trying to kill some of them demons been living with you. Put them right on out of your life. They come back knocking on your door and you say, y'all don't live here no more. Purpose. I know when I said it, yeah, I got purpose. No. Here is how you know if you got purpose in the verbal sense. Purpose requires movement. Something got to be happening. In order to have movement, you have to kill the ants and stop the lies. Lies and ants will stop movement in your life. I'm thinking about it. I plan to. Guy walked up to me and said, this is my fiance. I said, well, let me see her hands. I said, where the ring? He said, well, you know, we've been together. Well, I won't say what they said because you might say, oh, I know them, but I know. She said, yeah, he my fiance. I said, really? I said, no, ring say fiance. No ring say girlfriend, boyfriend. Stop the lies. No ring, no fee. The ring seals the deal. No ring. You done gave away all the cookies, dessert, and a cold glass of milk. And you still don't have no ring. Stop the. If you're going to have movement, I'm just preaching. I ain't going to preach next week. I'm going to let Paris preach next week. So, I was in a conference. She was killing it. She was killing up in there. I said, all the hell you've been through, you came out like pure gold. Dr. Ritter is going to be preaching to y'all. I hear him saying, I seen it with my own eyes. I experienced it with my own eyes. I ain't messing with you, baby. Just help yourself next week. They're going to give you some extra time. I know they got you clocked for 20 minutes, but that ain't going to work. But here, I'm talking about you. Remember, we self-determined. You can judge me all you want, but it won't help you. I'm talking about you determining what you have with the time God has given you. You got to understand what I'm saying? I seen people, sometimes marriage don't work, and you just think everybody going to be lining up. They ain't not lining up. And if you think I'm kidding, look around at the line. You have to purpose whatever it is that was affecting what I don't have now. I'm going to get it out of the way so I can have what I need. I got a purpose. I'm just, like I say, since I won't be preaching next week, I might as well go and preach this week. ANTS is an acronym. Stop the ant or kill the ants. Automatic, negative thoughts. Automatic. You don't know that you're negative. And that's bad. Because you can have 80% what is fulfilling, but the 20 you keep nagging about make you ungrateful for the 80 you have. You don't need a perfect man. You just need a great man. And you can be great without being perfect. You don't believe me? I think I'm a great man. Ask co-pastor. But I can tell you this, I ain't perfect. See? I wouldn't take, I wouldn't take that if I was you. I wouldn't take that. Maybe that's why you by yourself. You won't take nothing. Some sisters got together and said, we want to take Pastor with us out of town just for some girl time. I said, no, she can't go. Oh, Bishop, we'll take care. I said, no, she can't go. And they looked at her, she said, he's serious. I said, no, she can't go. She said, oh, but we're going to take. I said, no, you're not, because she ain't going with you. I said, why would I let her go with you and all of y'all miserable? I don't need her talking to miserable women. My home is happy. She don't need a break from me. She needs a break to me. Now, what good you gonna take my wife somewhere and talk about how no good yours is until she come back with the same spirit? No, she can't go with y'all. You can't take care because you can't take care of yourself. And you think I'm lying? Ask her. There's some folk you shouldn't hang with. I know they're your homie, they're your dog, and all that other good stuff, but you need to stop the lies. Carrying somebody else's grief. I'm gonna hear you what? Planting your head, all me in the bed. No, I ain't in the all. The only all I'm in is you. I'm all yours. I'm sorry, I had a moment. I just had a moment. Touch your neighbor and say, he ain't lying this time. He ain't lying. He ain't lying this time. Can I keep on preaching? How much? What I'm doing? Maureen, am I all right? Y'all did come here with a purpose, right? I mean, what purpose? Al, you got a purpose? Is it a noun or a verb? Is it measurable? Do you have a vision? Do you need to change your method? How close are you getting to it? Sound like you're drifting to me. You can't miss it by this much. unless you can't see where you're going. I just thought I'd preach somebody up in here. Okay, so the lies, acronym, limited. I get sick of people talking about what they can't do. And when you start telling yourself what you can't do, everybody become big to you. And you become a midget because you wish you were like them. But the only reason you're not who you could be because you keep lying to yourself about your limitations. I mean, if somebody's smart, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you're not smart in this area. Just don't say I can't. Say I can't yet. You see what I'm saying? Not right now. I mean, I don't have many houses as Denzel do. Yet. While y'all trying to get one, he's stacking. But don't hate. Just say I ain't got them. But if you say I can't have them, then you let the lie control you. Okay. Limited ideals entertain. I cannot entertain limited ideals in my life if I'm going to have movement. I'm going to have movement. And when you get purpose, y'all ain't seen it yet. You see why I got this big black drape over here in this corner. It's hidden, but it's not hidden without purpose. And we have a son named Daniel who contacted some people in China. And it took them a while. They shipped our walls, plural, walls. And the walls came in on the ship the other day, and they went and picked them up at the truck, and they come out in the truck and didn't have a dock, but God said, you're going to leave those walls here. And so they figured out a way to get the walls here, and they got up on the stage. We haven't put them together yet. But the reason I'm excited because I got visions. I know what the walls going to look like. You see, I need to be patient with the vision. But you see, we'll have an LED wall over here, and an LED wall up over there, and an LED wall pushed back there, and two splendid walls standing right there, and one standing right here. You're going to think you're in Carnegie Hall when you come here. Because I'm going to be flashy. I don't know which one to look at. I don't know which one. Which one's the real one? Which one's the real one? And then I'm going to holler, ow! And you be looking. And they're just going to come to be seen. See the walls. Come on, say vision. Come on, y'all ain't like me? Vision. I'm just talking about vision. You know what I'm saying? It gets movement in your life. It gets movement in life. I got to hurry on. I promise. Pastor Mac, don't move yet. How many want more? If you really do stand up. You don't have to stand if you don't want more. Bishop, I'm just satisfied. I just can't wait to go to glory. I hope you soon get a ticket so you can go to glory if you want to. Amen. But you see, the reason God wants you to desire more, because the more you tap in, the more witness you can give to others who are searching a way. It doesn't have to be a house. It's just happiness. There's so many unhappy people there. And if it's nothing but a better relationship in your family, there's so many families jacked up that don't have love, never experienced love, never learned how to touch one another, and people out on their own. But if you could show them there is a God that is able to change my situation in spite of where I come from, and stop hiding your past and let other folks see it so they know that God is able. And then they can say, I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes. How God took this brother who didn't have nothing and made him somebody and gave him something. Seen it with my own eyes. I seen the sister who, was quiet, and then the Lord called her out. Come on, Lady T. Walk on up here with my own eyes. I was looking at her one day, and we was at the house, and she was doing sign language. And I said, that's the voice of God. That's the voice of God for people who can't hear. But she was communication. And then I said, but she has a voice. And I called out, I said, you the voice of God, I'm going to call you prophet. And I started pushing her. And now she prophesying on me every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm like, I hear the Lord saying, I didn't ask you what you heard, I'm leading this. But there's no potential, there's no limit to what you could become if you stop locking into where you are now. But you have to purpose. Purpose. My son told me, Big Daddy, I don't understand how y'all having youth day and I'm not the speaker. He think he the speaker because his mama's the prophet. But I'm talking about purpose. Touch your neighbor and say, touch me, touch me. Touch me. Because I'm in a divine shift here. I'm about to purpose to be more, to be a witness of the kingdom. No longer can I be stagnated. I don't want to live a life of a drifter because there's no purpose in that. Y'all sit down. Just sit down. I promise. Give me 5 minutes or so. Now here's the problem. We spend too much time with stuff that don't work. Can I say it again? Some of y'all been saved so long and you're still trying to get holy. We're spending too much time with stuff that don't work. You gotta either come to a position where you recognize this is not working. Coming to church every other week is not getting you to be like Christ. Or coming to church every week and you spend no time with Christ is not getting you to be like Christ. Spending time in religion will never make you a new character. Religion is exterior. You can only be obedient to religion. But Christianity is a relationship. You can be converted from the inside. I'm a different man, not because of my religion, because I didn't have so many denominations I've been in, but because of my relationship. So here, let me run on and let you go home because touch your neighbor, say, neighbor, are you a drifter? Could you be a drifter and don't know it? Let me tell you how to know if you're a drifter. What's your aim? What have you purpose to have, to do, to accomplish, to become? What aims, what objectives have you set for yourself? How big will you become? What legacy will you leave? How many lives will you touch? What will you overcome? I'm preaching. And let me give you this. I promise I'm going to sit down. To be successful, one must become result-oriented. To be successful, one must become result-oriented. I need to see results. I need to see. I was telling Pastor Man, I remember one time we had so many things going on, Brother Miller. I said, this bothers me because we're working on 7 things and none of them are complete. It would do better for me to just have one thing complete, then I'm good. Let's go to the next. I need to see results. And so here I'm going to show you how to have results. And I'm going to say, Pastor, come help me now. I'm serious because I could do this all day. And because I'm looking for a crowd. You know what I'm saying? So, Bishop, don't spend no time with me. Maybe you're a drifter. But if you're trying to go somewhere, I'm your guy. If you're trying to be something, I'm your guy. If you just want to waste my time, God told me, I want to take you to lunch. I said, no, you're not. He said, what, man? I said, I can buy my own lunch. He said, no, I need to take you lunch so I can pick your brain. I said, no, you don't, because you won't listen to nothing I say. So I don't need you to waste my time. He said, you serious? I said, yeah. You looking at me? No, you can't go no lunch. That's what you. Why would you go to somebody who you want to debate? When Maureen and Miller sit down, they don't debate, they discuss. When you're in a debate, you're just trying to prove your point. You ain't trying to hear nothing. You're just trying to convince somebody else you're right. If you're right, go on with your right self. Don't be wasting my time. I'm too old to debate. I'm serious, you know what I'm saying? If you want mercy, call co-pastor. You know, she be telling me, honey, go easy. I said, that's your job. My job is to raise them. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Three. Yeah, she said, she told me, well, God need both sides. I said, well, you be that side. I don't want to be that side. In order to get movement in your life, you must have, number one, the right mindset. The state of mind is everything. The right mindset. You can't have a negative mind or a mind that says you can't and do at the same time. You can't have your mind full of what you're not, trying to do what you want. The state of your mind determines everything about your movement. And if you had a negative mindset, or what we call a set mindset, there's two kinds of mindset. The mindset, there is what you call a set mindset, and then what you call a growth mindset. A set mindset says, well, this is how I was born. My family was limited. I'm limited. And so I am what I am. But a growth mindset says, I can grow. I can become whatever I need to be, even though I'm not that yet. So I don't limit myself by a set mindset. I move to a growth mindset. See what I'm saying? Look how pretty Lolita got. Stand up, baby. Let me see you. Anybody looking for a wife? Stand up. That's looking for a companion that's ready to grow. Tell me. Who understands what synergy is? One can put 1,000 to flight. Two, work it as one can put 10,000. I need someone. You don't have to be that good looking. Get someone who can synergize with me, because I have some purposes that I need to fulfill. I got some lineages I need to break. I got some things I need to do to set the others under me free. You made me preach. Nice. You know what I'm saying? You may not even recognize that you in a lineage spiral that's going down. And somebody need to take a position and purpose to break it. Whew. I'm preaching too long. Purpose to break it. Whew. Whew. I got a sweet, I don't know if she's my cousin, my niece. She's been my daughter more than anything else. Been in my pocket. But her great-grandma said she wasn't going to make it, or she should make it, and nobody in the family were making it. And she said to herself, my marriage is going to make it. So grandma said, she told me the other day, she said, you don't remember because you're too busy celebrating your anniversary, but you know, I got married a week before you in July. I said, really? I said, no stuff. She said, you don't remember? I said, no, but no stuff. I said, how many years? She said, 34 years. 34 years. Come on now. She had the purpose. Has all of it been good? No, but she purposed. You don't get to 34 years without some struggles, some inconsistencies, some disappointments, and some encounters in life. You know what I'm saying? Some broken heart. 34. I said, my God, let me send you to dinner, you and your husband. So I gave her money to go to dinner, but her husband took her home to play. So I said, that's cool. I ain't mad at you. Come on, baby. She's standing up. Wave at them. They don't know who you're talking about. 34 years. She said, well, I don't see her husband out. You don't have to see him. He's still hers. How did you do that? I purposed. I had to get the right mindset. It ain't gonna always be howdy. I won't complain. I'll just comply. No, second thing. Do I need another scripture? Sometimes you have to tell yourself, I can do all things through Christ strengthens me. That's Philippians 4:13. The second thing you need is you have to have the right motive. The right motive. Brother Miller told me he went to Maureen's dad and told her, I want her to be my wife. And she thought it was cool because she didn't think she's going to have no preacher for her husband. So she was ready to go. How many years now? 30 in December. 30 years. 30 years. He ain't took her back yet. Y'all know them PKs is a mess. Them PKs. Every time you see him, he grinning. You know what I'm saying? Have it been perfect? No, it's not perfect. But you can look at him and tell it's been great. Come on, it's been great. It's been great. Come on now. Stop back. If it's easy, everybody will do it. Some kind of way we've been duped to think if it's God, it's easy. It's not easy. Now, don't get me wrong. Some just ain't going to make it. Don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. Please don't beat yourself up. Some of them, you know, you ain't nothing you do for them but shoot them. I mean. Yeah, now and then, y'all don't know this, but every now and then God tells you, okay, that's enough. Keep it real. That's enough. That one ain't gonna make it. That's just enough. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about purposing in your heart. I need the right. Why are you? What's your motive for getting married? And ask Terry and Eddie. I say, okay, I won't bother you. I said, what you want to get married for, Terry, all this thing? And I shouldn't have asked Eddie. That boy lit up like you ever seen him? What's them bug? Light bug. You know? He'd be like, oh, Terry, you got you one, girl. You got you one. Don't mess this up. He got purpose for you. God has granted them opportunity. Let me, come on. With the right motives. Colossians 3:24 says, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for you serve the Lord Christ. When you have the right motives, sometimes stuff don't work, but knowing God is not going to let you go void. And the last thing is the right method. Some marriages are messed up because they bring the wrong method to being one to the marriage. Sometimes fashion and old stuff in those seasons, they work, but they're not in this season. So I need the right method. And I need to be open for change. Sometimes, that's how this church is going to grow. I'm saying, okay, I'm tired of being bothered with drifters. People who drift and have no testimony to tell others that would come looking for what you receive. You can't grow without a testimony. Most of us who are here heard about God from somebody else or saw something in someone else to make us pursue God. But you need the right method. The right method. Matthew 7, and this is why you got to get purpose, because purpose brings power. Matthew 7:7, it says, ask and it shall be given you. This is God talking to us. Seek and you shall find. He says, knock and it shall be open to you. We don't go to God not knowing that we need him. We cannot be self-sufficient. Then he goes on to say, the reason is for everyone that asketh, he says, receive. He that seeketh, findeth. And to him that knocketh, he says, it shall be open. I'm closing. Pastor Matt's on his way. Can I just pause with this? And I'm not going to try to do anything else. I'm not going to holler anymore. I just want you to ask your neighbor, are you a drifter or a person with purpose? My final statement, don't be a drifter in life. Purpose to do, to have, to be something in life, because the choice is yours.